What I did on my summer vacation. I rode my bicycle across Alberta with 38 strangers. We raised money for cancer. The end.
Well, that's essentially the whole story, but there's a lot more to it than that. And now you'll see the rest of the story.
Bicycle, bicycle, bicycle. I want to ride my bicycle.
My name is Don Marcotte. I like to ride my bicycle. I've also been touched by cancer, as we all have. I was approached by this guy and told I should come on Le+Tour of Hope, a 1,018-kilometer ride supporting the Kids with Cancer Society. Day 1. June 17, 2012. Me and these 39 riders and a lot of volunteers.
Can I get you guys on the count of 3 to yell, Tour of Hope?
Who are these people?
And why are they doing this? By the end of the ride, I'll know many of them as friends. That's one of the best parts of this whole trip. For now, I have to figure out how I'm going to make it. Over 1,000 kilometers, through some of the best scenery this world has to offer, over 3 mountain passes, from Coleman, Alberta to Edmonton. Today we're doing the first leg, Coleman to Longview, 135 kilometers, promising an early tailwind, then strong crosswinds in the afternoon.
How are you liking today so far?
Today has been unbelievable. Despite forecasts of rain and strong westerlies, we get a tailwind and sunshine. What could be better?
Not much better than this, eh?
Life's good.
Those tailwinds turn to gusting side winds as we make our way north. Then, the winds take the first casualty of the trip.
Heading north on 22, pedaling. Finally, I got Harry, and Harry and I traveled together, fighting that wind until he got blown off.
And they tell me that the reason I went in the ditch was probably I got blown in.
He was just behind me. I was at the bottom of the hill, and he's just coming over the hill, and a car came by and said, "Your buddy's in the ditch."
Because there were gusts, they said, up to 80 kilometers.
At the Haywire Cafe in beautiful Longview, Alberta.
One thing that becomes apparent, when you're doing these miles, you can eat without guilt. And here to join us tonight, Kids with Cancer Director, Val Figliuzzi.
Remember the children. When you look at your own child and think about what it must be like to have a child diagnosed with cancer and how you would want to make sure that there are programs and services available for children like yours and be a part of something unbelievable. It has made truly an amazing difference to the lives of those affected by childhood cancer.
After dinner, back to my opulent Longview villa for a good night's sleep. Now all that's left to do, get ready for the big ride tomorrow. Longview to Highway 1, over the notorious Highwood Pass.
It's longer, it's more climbing, the country is more gorgeous, the road is better, the wind looks like it's going to be a bit lighter. We may be cold and snowy, certainly up on the pass.
Got the jackets, got the gloves. Indeed.
So what's the weather telling you for today?
Hellacious wind gusts followed by torrential downpour, possibility of snow, and then maybe a tornado thrown in for good measure. Or it could be fine.
And intermittent bouts of misery and despair.
We might need our snowshoes at lunch, but it should be good though.
I feel just great.
You've seen the weather? It doesn't bother you at all?
No, but I'm lying.
It's a cold, chilly morning.
Good.
We have 150 kilometers we're going to be doing.
Pretty hot.
Heading through the Highwood Pass and ending up near Banff, Alberta. So we got a long day ahead of us.
Pedal on, pedal on, pedal on, for miles, pedal on.
It starts well enough, cool and breezy, but the steady climb keeps our body temperature warm. As anyone who has spent time in the mountain knows, weather can change very quickly.
No fun.
And our cool, cloudy day quickly turns to cold rain, then snow.
Leo, tell me, what's it like riding in the rain like this?
Oh, it's fantastic. It can be better. I just feel like back home, right? I mean, home being Holland, okay?
By the time we stopped for lunch, 5 kilometers from the summit, the day had already claimed a few casualties.
I think you probably, a lot of people well know, that was a really, really tough day. It rained cats and dogs on the way up to the Highwood Pass, the highest pass in Canada. And people who were experienced cyclists and had really dressed well and all the rest of it found that the rain somehow got through to them. Before they got to the lunch stop, they were frozen and they were soaked to the skin and had to change. I think nearly everybody did.
What's the temperature? Does anybody know the temperature?
3
degrees.
It was
3 degrees. You look a little chilled.
Freaking frozen.
And this is a view from the summit of the Highwood Pass. A lot of people feeling very good about getting over that part of the ride. And what goes up must come down. Andrew O'Brien enjoys a well-earned descent, and obviously the steel frame on his 25-year-old bicycle helps him get speed on the downhills.
So it got a little wet today. Tell me, how did you cope with the wetness?
Well, I told you it was going to be a hellacious rainstorm today, and so I just, in the interest of flight safety, I just put this little outfit together.
Day 3. More beautiful mountain scenery and weather promised as we make our way from the Nakota Lodge on Highway 1 to Lake Louise. One busy stretch through the Trans-Canada soon gives way to quieter roads and tranquil paths through the beautiful Rockies. The weather holds for this group.
Great day.
Although further back I hear riders get caught in the rain and hail. Well, that's the mountains. We'll be spending anywhere from 6 to 10 hours a day on the bike, making new friends, sometimes being alone with your thoughts. It gives us time to reflect on how lucky we are to be healthy enough to do this.
We are simple, we are lucky, we are alive, and we have time, so let's keep it simple. Let's stay together, let's keep our eyes open wide.
Finally, the weather was cooperative, to say the least. The camaraderie was incredible.
Had a good day, George?
Absolutely. Dry, sun shining, dry.
How are you?
Oh, fantastic.
And we're really glad that you came.
A great surprise when we arrive at the Post Hotel in Lake Louise. We're greeted by a special guest.
Very nice to meet you, sweetheart. Thanks for coming out and meeting us. That's very nice.
Thank you very much. I'm Shauna.
Hi.
Nice to meet you.
9-year-old Caitlin Lee was diagnosed with cancer 2 years ago. She and her parents came to show their appreciation to the riders and to tell her inspirational story.
Thank you all for coming tonight and welcome to the 10th annual Le+Tour+of+Hope. I remember the first visit from Val, and after we received a backpack/suitcase full of items we needed for our hospital stay. Gas cards, grocery cards, and even shampoo. I use this suitcase every trip that I have gone on and every stay that I had to be at the hospital. My parents were especially grateful for the binder they received the day I was diagnosed. Hope is important, and it is what it gets through difficult times. My family's hope is that all children who have cancer do well and go on to live long, happy, healthy lives. Our greatest hope is that cancer will be beat. It can. Thank you.
Well, we know where we're going,
Day 4 of Le+Tour of Hope.
but we don't know where we've been.
One of our big ones. Today we crossed the Bow Pass, a long descent, then the much anticipated Sunwapta Pass on our way to the ice fields. The first climb, the Bow Summit, is now in the books, but the big one awaits. The fabled Sunwapta Pass, the biggest climb on the trip.
It's just a long, slow bugger. I always stop and have a drink and check my tires, so it doesn't look as if I'm taking a rest.
We're on a road to nowhere.
No wonder you're puffing. You came from here. Look at that.
Oh.
Do you guys think it's much around that corner?
And if you keep riding past us and aren't even puffing, we're gonna hate you forever. There she goes.
If I stop, I can't get on again.
There she goes.
Almost 10K on the thing. It took me an hour and 10 minutes.
Wow. But what a feeling of accomplishment, isn't it?
Yeah, if I needed that.
I honestly didn't find that bad.
So the storied 2 Summit Pass, how was it today?
Brutal. It was so tough.
But how do you feel now that you've done it?
I feel satisfied. Get up and do it again tomorrow.
I thought it was a great day. Yeah, went well.
Didn't rain.
No rain. Bonus.
And really, every day is a bonus, especially day 5 of this wonderful bike tour. Today, the morning sun bathes the glacier ice fields.
Great group of riders here. Look at this place. No better place in the world to ride.
As we take some group pictures.
And this is a downhill glide. We have 800 meters down, 200 up, and the following winds.
Beautiful weather and a great day to ride.
It's a great day to be alive. I know the sun's still shining when I close my eyes. There's some hard times in the neighborhood, but why can't every day be just this good? It's a great day to be alive. I know the sun's still shining when I close my eyes. There's some hard times in the neighborhood, but why can't every day be just this good?
Ending the day at the Jasper Park Lodge with another special guest.
You're all awesome individuals, so thank you very much.
This is Mackenzie, daughter of rider Jake Lewis. She's been in remission for 5 months and underscores the spirit of this trip.
Say it loud.
Good luck.
Another long day on day 6. 170 kilometers from Jasper to Edson. It starts off well with a visit from Alex Stida, the first North American to wear the yellow jersey in the Tour de France. He's actually wearing the pink jersey here, and he took time out to ride with us. The ride out of Jasper National Park was almost effortless, the group together and the weather holding. The wind was not our best friend. The prevailing westerly winds decided to blow east today, but most made it to Edson before the rain started, and for many the satisfaction of their first 100-mile ride. Day 7 started with rain and wind in our face. This made the ride bad for most, and terrible for one, after a crash near Knighton Junction.
And Jan went in and I went in behind him, and I just was 6 feet different, went through a different puddle than he did. The puddle was about that deep.
Oh, good Lord.
It was a pothole that was full right up to the top, and my front wheel disappeared, and I don't remember. So I landed squarely on my face and got my hand caught in my lever somehow.
And how are you feeling tonight?
I'm sore. I feel puffy and sore, and I got some teeth there that are bothering me a little bit.
Now, having been through all of this, what can you tell me about this whole ride?
This has been a wonderful week. It's been a wonderful week. I'm glad this didn't happen on the first day.
Stage 8 today, the final stage. And all that's left, 90 kilometers into Edmonton to meet our families and supporters. And what a day! Sun, beautiful weather, and a great ride with friends. Strangers 8 days ago, but friends bonded now by our love of riding and our support for kids with cancer. So what have I learned? I've learned I can keep going when I feel I'm done, that I can count on the kindness of strangers who quickly become friends when the chips are down. That the kids that we've met on our journey, the kids with cancer, are a hell of a lot tougher than us. And I've learned how Kids with Cancer Society ties all this together, using guys like me to help them, help the kids and their families. Pretty much a perfect circle. I'll be there again. Will you? You better start training now. You'll need it. See you in 2013.